Edward asked here in the comment, what are our real expectations for Cedric Coward? For me, it's just a guy that can come in and contribute. Like, I'm not looking for him to be the star. I know there's been this, like, we had this huge hype around the draft, right? Where he's wearing the Michael Jordan shirt and being compared to Michael Jordan and all this sort of stuff. But for me, if he can come in and be a contributor early, giving us, 18, 20 minutes a game at the most, but being just a high-level, high IQ player off the bench, kind of like what we were hoping Gigi was going to be, that can come in and just be that bucket for the second line, get in the way defensively, and just be athletic with energy. Like, that's, if he can do those things, be athletic, play with energy, and get some shots to fall, then that's good for me. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be a dark horse rookie of the year and he's going to revitalize the franchise. It's still early, but if he could come in and be like I said, what we thought Gigi was going to be, then I think that's a home run draft pick.
Yeah, to me, I want my ceiling, I guess, is I hope that he is making it a real battle for the starting 2-guard spot. I don't think that, or 2 or 3, Jalen and KCP, I can see roles for either of them coming off the bench. I think that Coward's role, given the draft equity that you gave up and the position in which you took him, that they want him to be a starter.
Sure.
And if they want him to be a starter, and I think they do, like I said, draft capital and all, then I want them to feel like he is capable of starting this season. Will he? I don't know. But I would like to see him fighting for a 2-guard spot by the end of the year. I think he does a lot of things well. I'm with you, Rusty. If you're asking what are my expectations for him, I want him to do everything else other than need to have the ball. So finish the shot late in the shot clock, look good in the corner, get to your mid-range late in shot clock if it's there, but rebound, defend, just be a high floor player. That's what I want him to be.
Yeah, do the little things well. Like, I don't need you to go out and be our leading scorer or our leading shot taker, but find a niche, whether that's getting rebounds, hustle plays, getting transition buckets, creating some chaos offensively. Maybe he pairs alongside Ja really well as a kickout option, but just find your niche on this team, much like Jalen Wells. I'm not expecting necessarily like he's going to come in and be a lockdown defender or a guaranteed cold shooter in the corner, but just find a niche that you do really well and do that thing really well while the rest of your game develops.
Yeah, the big part of the Wells situation that we were not expecting that either. That was purely out of necessity and injury to Marcus Smart. Nobody expected that out of Jalen Wells, and I don't think it's fair to expect that out of Cedric Coward. However, I do hope that Cedric Coward is a better player than Jalen Wells. I mean, when you take somebody at 11 and you trade 2 first-round picks and a swap for, then you hope that he is going to be better than Jalen Wells. But I'm not placing that expectation on him because I think Jalen Wells was a diamond in the rough, a real incredible evaluation win for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely. And it's hard to bottle lightning twice like that. And maybe we'll get lucky, but I don't need to capture lightning.
Speaking of bottling.
Yeah. That's where you're going with that. We don't necessarily capture lightning twice, but like if he can come in and be a contributor, again, I'm going to keep the expectations lower because like, I was super high on Gigi. I'm going to tamper my expectations a little bit, but I think you put it best. If he could be a high floor player, somebody that's just not a net negative out there that's costing you the minutes that he's in, that's not costing you points.
Yeah, unlike Gigi, I have faith that Cedric Coward can affect the game outside of scoring. He's not going to be a negative. Gigi, a lot of it's immaturity and just being young, not immature as a person, but immature as a basketball player. Sure. He was not able to affect winning unless he was scoring. I don't have that fear with Cedric Coward.
No, Cedric at least says all the right things. His press conferences, every time he talks in front of a mic, I like the kid more. He just seems like his head's screwed on right. He's got a good like focus and vision of what he needs to be. And I think that's going to translate onto the court.
Here.